Hi students, welcome to my biology class. My name is Dr. Suja Agustin. In today's session, we are going to study about human reproduction. It is there in your 12th standard syllabus. It is the third chapter. Before going in depth into human reproduction, I just want to give you an idea about reproduction. Reproduction, it's a 1-mark board question. Most of the students try to by heart this definition. So what do you mean by reproduction? It is the ability of an organism to produce its own kind, right? It is the ability of an organism to produce its own kind. Now, when you look at the word reproduction, we have two parts here, right? Re and production. So you don't have to by heart anything in biology. We can actually create the definition if you know the word meaning, right? When you consider board point of view, reproduction, it's a 1-mark question. But when it comes to biology, you should never by heart any definition. Here, just look at this word. Here you can see that it's having two parts, re and production. So first, we will see what you mean by production. As you know, I can produce many things. I can produce plastic, I can produce pen, I can produce pencil. But I have to use machinery from outside, right? When you look at re, you know about re. Re always means reference to something, okay? You know about revision. Vision, when you study something for the first time, we can call it as vision. But when you again read the same thing, it is called as revision. Here also, it is connected to this particular word. Okay, it is the ability of an organism to produce its own kind. So I'm using my own machinery here. Okay, that's why it is called as reproduction, and I'm producing my own kind. For example, a dog produces puppy, a cat produces kitten, right? So you don't have to by heart any definition in biology. Whenever you get any word in biology, especially during the exam time, just try to split it and see. Okay, you can create your own definition. So reproduction, it is the ability of an organism to produce its own kind. Okay, now we are going to human reproduction. When you look at human reproduction, you know, right? Humans, we are viviparous. This is another 1-mark question. What do you mean by viviparity? It is the ability of an organism to give birth to young ones. Now, when you look at human beings, we have unisexual condition. That means male reproductive system and female reproductive system are separate, right? We can see two individuals are there. Now, we have sex organs, right? When you look at sex organs, we have two types of sex organs, right? One we will call it as primary sex organs, and the second one we will call it as secondary sex organs. Okay. Now, primary, always primary means first. So, we have to give more importance here, right? So, what do you mean by primary sex organs? Primary sex organs are those organs which are able to produce gametes and sex hormones. So, two keywords will come here, right? First one, we have hormones, right? Sex hormones. Now, the second word, we have gametes, right? Now, when you look into male reproductive system, because in today's session we will be able to discuss about testes, right? So the primary sex organ, they are the testes. When you look at secondary sex organs are those organs which will not be able to produce hormones, that means sex hormones or gametes. So if you know the definition of primary sex organs, you don't have to by heart the definition of secondary sex organ. You can just make it, right? Primary sex organs are those organs which are producing sex hormones and gametes, right? When it comes to testes, we know it is sperm. Secondary sex organs are those organs which will not produce sex hormones or gametes, but they do have a good role in reproduction. Okay, so we have here axillary sex organs. Okay, we have in secondary sex organs, we have axillary glands and we have axillary ducts and we have external genitalia. Okay, when it comes to secondary sex organs, we have axillary glands, axillary ducts and external genitalia. So penis, that is the external genitalia. Okay, when you look at axillary glands, in the next session we will study in depth. Okay, even regarding ducts also we will study later. Okay, now I just want to discuss the structure of testis. Okay, so here I have given a beautiful diagram of testis. This is an important board question. Okay, lots of neat questions also will come from this side. Okay, so testis. What do you mean by testis? They are oval organs. They are paired. They are present in the scrotum, outside the pelvic cavity, right? So that is the definition of testis. You don't have to by heart, you can just understand. They are the paired oval organs present outside the pelvis. Okay, present outside the pelvic cavity. Now, when you look at testis, we have the coverings. The coverings of testis, okay, that we will call it as tunicae. This is an important question for your NEET. Coverings of testis, we will call it as tunicae. Now when you look at the covering, we have the outer covering, tunica vaginalis. Just inside to that, we have tunica albuginea. Now we have the tunica vasculosa. So the testis is protected by scrotum, that already we studied. Testis is present inside scrotum. We have to discuss about the formation of testis in the fetal life. The testes are formed inside the abdominal cavity below the kidney. Later they are entering into scrotum. Now scrotum protects testis. Why scrotum is required? You know about our body temperature, right? 37 degrees Celsius, right? For the production of gametes, testis required a temperature which is 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius less than the body temperature. Now the scrotum will give that particular temperature. That's why testis is present outside. It is present inside scrotum. Okay. Now coming to the structure of testis, the coverings of testis we will call it as tunicae. The outer covering we will call it as tunica vaginalis, that is the outer covering. Just inside that there is a fibrous covering that we will call it as albuginea, and inside we have tunica vasculosa. Okay, as the name suggests, vasculosa, right? So capillaries are present, okay, along with connective tissue. I hope this part is clear. Now if you want to give definition, don't try to by heart. Tunica vaginalis, it is the outer covering. Now albuginea, it is the covering present between tunica vaginalis and tunica vasculosa, right? Now the inner covering we will call it as tunica vasculosa. It is present inside tunica albuginea. Okay, so that's the way you can create your definition. Okay, now look at the structure of testis. Oval shape, right? The testis is divided into 250 compartments. Okay, 250 compartments. This we will call it as testicular lobules. All the keywords I am writing here. Okay, I hope you are able to follow. It's a board 5-mark question with diagram, or you can see it can come for 3 marks also. Now we have lots of neat questions from this side. So testis is divided into compartments. How many compartments? 250 compartments are there. They are called as the testicular lobules. Inside each lobule, can you see this red color? Okay, so these are called as seminiferous tubules. Can you see? These are the seminiferous tubules. So we have 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules present in each compartment. Okay, now one end of the seminiferous tubules are connected to rete testis. Can you see here? Rete testis. So now we are entering into that part. Okay, axillary duct. When you look at our axillary ducts in testis, we have rete testis, Okay. Now we have vasa efferentia, epididymis, vasa differentia. Then we have ejaculatory duct. That's the order of the axillary ducts. Okay. But look at the structure. I just want to explain the structure. Okay, because regarding axillary ducts we will study later. So the testis is divided into 250 compartments. In each compartment we have 2 to 3 seminiferous tubules. Okay, on one side the seminiferous tubules are connected with rete testis. Okay, now inside the seminiferous tubules it is lined with germinal epithelium. Okay, as the name suggests, epithelium means covering. Epithelia, epi means outside. Okay. Thelia means covering. So we have germinal epithelium. This germinal epithelium, okay, it's having two types of cells. The cuboidal cells, we have spermatogonia. They are the sperm mother cell. Okay, and we have one more cell, Sertoli cells. They are the large cells. They are called as the nurse cells. They give nourishment to the developing sperms. Okay. Now, the space present outside the seminiferous tubules, that we will call it as interstitial space. In interstitial space, we have another type of cells present that we will call it as Leydig cells. It is from the name of the scientist. Leydig cells are discovered by Leydig. Okay. So, this is responsible for the production of androgens. Okay. This you have to study. So this is about the structure of testis. I hope you are able to follow today's session. Thank you.